How's it going, guys? You guys doing okay? Here, let me stop this. How's it going again? This is Ray Martinez with Actitud y Pasión. And you know what, guys? Let me double check this because the last time I was muted. Yeah, okay, I'm on. Okay, cool. So, guys, welcome to today's show. Let's see, Berta, how's it going? Berta's already watching, is there. Let me turn this guy off, and we don't want any feedback from all the laptops that are going on here. All right, cool deal. And let me turn, okay, let me turn the show on. You know when you're trying to push the right button and you play the wrong button? And so we are live, guys. So there we go. Cool. There's a delay on my profile, but it's there. We're back. Cool deal. So guys, today we're gonna talk about what are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about your only competition is you. Okay? Your only competition in you is you unlocking potential victory. As you know, we've been doing the success series with the idea of who's riding in my limo all this month. And again, it doesn't matter what kind of car you have or whatever, it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter what everybody else does. You're your only competition. Does that make sense, guys? So, welcome to Actitud y Pasión, the show where we don't just talk success, guys. We live it, we breathe it, and we help you build it from the inside out. I'm your host, Ray Martinez, and tonight we're diving into a game changing mindset, guys. Your only competition is you. Unlock your personal victory. In a world, guys, nowadays, social media flunks, highlight reels, and society constantly comparing you to somebody else's timeline. It's easy to feel like you're always behind. But what if I told you that your greatest competition isn't them? Your greatest competition is you. Tonight, we'll break the chains of comparison, silence the noise, and shift the focus inward to the only person that truly needs to outperform. The only person that you need to outperform is you, the you from yesterday. Let's get started, guys. So, before we get started, guys, I wanna play a little video. Or let me, you know what? Let me go into the first point right off the bat. The only competition is you guys. So if the only competition is you, we gotta recognize the illusion of external competition. So what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? External competition. Well, comparison is the thief of joy. When we're constantly comparing ourselves, we're robbing ourselves of the joy. When you constantly measure yourself against others, you rob yourself of the joy of your own journey. Everyone is running a different race, different backgrounds, value, resources, and timing makes the direct comparison irrelevant. The the those rhythms all gone rhythms, and all your and not your mirror. Social media often shows the curve perfection, right? The curve perfection, right? Real growth isn't flashy. It's quiet, persistent, and very personal, guys. So that's the thing, guys. It's about you. It's about you. Uh, Not what others are doing. Don't keep up with the Joneses. You know, be the best you can be. Be better than the you were yesterday. Be better than the you were yesterday. Does that make sense? And to that, in order to get to that point, we have to embrace self-awareness as your starting point. That makes sense. So The idea here is you have to know our strengths and our weaknesses. Victory starts with knowing your whole position. Where am I strong? Where am I weak? You can't grow what you don't acknowledge. You know, I'm a chess trainer. I'm a chess tutor. I'm a chess coach. And in order to get my students to perform at a high level, I have to make sure that I correct where they're weak and improve where they're strong. And by working on both sides, we eliminate the weak part, we build it up, and the strong part, we build it up as well. And so get to the next level and they become stronger chess players. Same thing here. And one of the ways here is I track the progress. You know, in real reality, how do we track the progress? Well, we have journals. We can write down what we did yesterday. We can set benchmarks or reflect weekly. Have a weekly meeting with yourself. Hey, how did this week go? What can I improve? What can I get rid of? What can I keep doing? Small wins over time build momentum. You know, and let's be honest, self awareness isn't self punishment. It's a neutral and powerful assessment, guys, that gives you direction. That gives you direction. All right, let me see what's going on here. Okay, that gives you direction, right? And the thing is this uh, we need the direction because otherwise we'll keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over, hoping to create new results. And the new results will never come because we're doing the same thing over and over. We're building on the same mistakes. Uh, and normally that's where it just doesn't happen for us, you know. But we can't give up. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. Failure is just a step closer to success. Failure is just a step closer to success. So when you're doing this, guys, you need to make sure that you are um, not comparing yourself with anybody, but just comparing yourself to you. You are your hardest competition. When you can beat you, you will achieve anything. And so let me share, with that in mind, let me share a picture here. And I love to show pictures. Okay. So here we go. It went over there. And here we go. Your only competition is you. And we haven't really heard this. Uh, we really haven't heard this because, uh, you know, uh, because it's always about, hey, we're competing against somebody else. We're competing against somebody else. And quite frankly, no. If you want to be the best, uh, whatever basketball player, you're competing against yourself. I remember when I was a kid growing up. Shoot, man, I must have been in the third or fourth grade. I would be on the hard top. I was always on the court practicing my basketball skills. My strongest competition was me. I don't know how I got to learn that, but Uh, I would practice moves that weren't even weren't even moves at the time. Um, I would sometimes pretend that there was an opponent using my chess skills, coming into and bringing them into basketball. And I would prepare my basketball game by challenging my imaginary opponent and making moves according to how I thought the opponent was going to move. And I would create these moves. And then when I would play the actual games, I would always score. And I was my team's leading scorer for the time that I played because I practiced and I prepared and I improved. And whatever was weak, whether it was my left hand, my right hand, my dribbles, my driving skills, my long range shots. Back in the day, the 3 pointer wasn't invented yet. You know, but I used to play center, and so I created a lot of moves inside, where I could let you make moves and whatever. Um, but I was my only competition. And sometimes I would play, and I would say I wouldn't play like we would play game 21 or so. We would play those, but a lot of times I would just love playing. Okay, it's your ball. Let's play 1 point. You score one me, you win. And I did that so many times because I was willing to do whatever it takes to become better, to improve my game. So, guys, the only competition is you. You're your only competition. Uh, so what does that mean? That means, guys, that if your only competition is you, that means you have to build habits of self improvement. you know so habits of self-improvement is constantly beating intensity. Daily routines and habits, even small ones, will often outlast random bursts of momentum. Mindset rituals, affirmation, meditation, visualization helps you stay aligned with your goal. Okay, so invest in growth, guys. Read, take courses, surround yourself with people who challenge you. Remember, it says, iron sharpens iron. Even if the other iron is also you, you sharpen yourself. That makes sense? Improve. Hmm. So, where can I improve? What can I do to improve? Well, um, you know, um, read books, acquire knowledge. Um, expand your vocabulary. Uh, increase the depth of your skills, whatever they may be. Whether you're a musician, whether you're an artist, whether you're a chess player, whether you're an athlete, improve your skill. When you improve your skill, you're going to get better. Personal growth. We relate this to business. Hey, business skills, finances. Learn more about finances. Learn about stock market. Learn about coins. Learn about the value of gold. Um, learn about, you know, what's better, a bank or a savings and loan? What will yield me more interest? We need to grow in our knowledge of what we're pursuing, whether it be an athlete, musician, artist, business person, you name it. Oh man, I had this cough going all day. I've been talking a lot. Sorry, excuse me, guys. But yeah, man, this mouse. There you go. Cool. So, what else? What else are we gonna do, guys? So here we go. Um, the other thing here is we need to refine success on our own terms, right? Refine success on our own terms. So personal values equals personal success, personal victory. Success isn't always about money or fame or followers. Maybe it's about peace. Maybe it's about health. Maybe it's about family. Maybe it's about freedom. Stay mission driven, not metric driven. Likes and stacks are distractions, guys. What impact are you making? How are you growing? And you got to avoid the burnout by staying aligned when you're trying to live somebody else's dream. Your energy drains. Real fulfillment powers you forward. Real fulfillment powers you forward, guys. So refine your success in your own time. What is that you want to achieve and why? What is your why? Tu por qué? You know, Adriana, my co-host from Argentina, she always talk about the por qué. It's very important to have a strong por qué, a strong why. What drives you to get up in the morning? What drives you to do what you're doing? What drives you to walk in this direction? What your goals is one thing, but what's driving your goals? What's your mission? What's the purpose behind what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish? Is it to be happy? Is it to make money? Is it to pursue uh you know somebody, like a relationship? What drives you? Single moms, most of the time, what drives them is their children. You know, what drives you? Are you focused on your why? And last week, I challenged you guys to write down what your why was. I don't know if you guys did that or not. Next point. Here we go. Measure yourself by your own growth curve. Again, don't compare yourself to nobody. Measure yourself by your own growth curve. That makes sense? Yesterday's you is today's benchmark. Do not, did you get better today than yesterday? Even 1%? That's a win. That's a win. Celebrate progress, guys, not perfection. Waiting to be perfect before you feel proud means you never will celebrate. You will never celebrate. Start now. Forgive yourself, then move forward. Setbacks are part of growth. Compare and don't compare, rather, but compete with yourself. But also support yourself like a coach, not a critic. Don't criticize yourself, coach yourself to success. Setbacks, hey, we're going to get better. Are you better today than yesterday? And that's a hard one, guys. What did I do yesterday? And how can I improve it? Huh? What did I do yesterday? And how can I improve it? Right? Uh, there you go. What did I do yesterday and how can I improve it? How can I be a better me today? This morning I went to walk, did about 4 miles, for almost 4.5 miles. Tomorrow morning I'm going to get up and what am I going to walk tomorrow? Am I going to get up? Well, if I want to be a better me tomorrow, I'm going to have to get up and I'm going to have to go walk. And guess what? I'm going to try to hit 5 miles because you want to improve where you were at today. And if I don't get the 5 miles, good. Now that I reach 4 miles, hey, I got to stay there. There's, you know, but the thing is, I have to keep moving. I cannot give up. I must continue my pursuit to lose weight, to feel, to get more energy, to be more focused, and to gain health. So my mission, my why is to be healthier. So I have a mindset that I want to get healthier. So I choose to walk. I choose to eat better. I watch what I eat, And so that's what we do. Speaking of walking, anybody wants to walk in the morning? Hey, join me. I walk around not Amigo, Sunrise Mall. I mainly walk on the outside, go all the way to Johnny Rockets and back. I parked over by the food court, by the mall, by the theater, and I do that, and then I finish on the inside to cool off. And it's a really cool walk because most of it is in shade. Because as the sun hits the buildings, there's shade, and so I'm walking through there, and so it's pretty cool. Yeah, I get some sun too. Plus, I'm getting sun, which is vitamin D, and we need it. You know. So yeah. So guys, let me. I think the point that really hit me the most was this one: just recognizing the illusion of external competition. That point just hit me really well. And so the thing is this, guys, we fall into, well, before we go into that, let me now share the video that I wanted to share with you. So here we go. Here's the video. Yeah. So, before we go, I wanted to bring out one of the pictures there that you saw. You saw a whole bunch of pictures, but let me share this one, guys. Let me share this picture here. It says, compare yourself only to who you were yesterday. Be your own competition. Compare yourself only to who you were yesterday. Be your own competition. And guys, I think that's the rule of it. That's the whole idea here. Recognize the illusion of external competition, right? So the thing is, don't fall into the comparison trap because that's just mental poison. The whole idea, look at them. That's what your brain says every time you see someone winning, traveling, launching a business, or buying something new. Oh, look at them. They've just got a new car. The envy kicks in, perhaps a hatred, perhaps some gossip. But here's the truth, guys. You're not seeing the full picture. Behind every overnight success is a decade of unseen grit, rejection, self doubt, and resilience. So, what you compare yourself to is often an illusion. Filter photographs, crop realities, and highlight reels that don't tell the whole story. Compare yourself to no one, guys. Imagine comparing your chapter 2 to someone's chapter 20, then wondering why your story doesn't measure up. That's no competition, that's confusion. Every life is a custom timeline, guys. You were born with a unique fingerprint, which means your path, purpose, and progress is uniquely yours. External competition ignores context. Someone with different privileges, support systems, or even emotional cap will have a different pace. That doesn't make them ahead, just different. Your late blooming is someone else's breaking moment. Think about Oprah, Colonel Sanders, or Venna Wang. All started their journeys in life later. Later in life, they became successful, but They became successful later in life. Victory doesn't have a deadline, guys. Victory doesn't have a deadline. I don't care how old you are right now, what has gone, what has happened before, what happened yesterday, whether tragedy or bad luck or whatever. I'm here to tell you that today you can turn it around and you can become something else and you can still achieve all your dreams and all your goals and everything you want to create. But again, external competition fuels ego, not excellence, right? Not excellence. When you obsess over beating someone else, you might win, but at the cost of losing yourself. Ego driven competition leads to burnout, bitterness, short term wins that don't fulfill you. Purpose driven growth leads to long term success and peace. So, the thing is this, guys, who you compete against is the reason why sometimes we don't get where we're at. Hey Clarissa, how's it going? How you doing? Okay? Good. So that's the thing. We compete against others, which is not what we've learned and what we've done. But quite frankly, our biggest competition is ourselves, and we need to compete against ourselves. How can I be a better Ray? How can I be a better person? How can I be a better coach? How can I be a better teacher? How can I be a better whatever I do? Does that make sense? Hey, hey, ¿qué tal, Ariana? ¿Cómo te va? You doing all right? Virginia, how's it going? So yeah, the idea is how can I become a better me? How do I uh gain that? Does that make sense? And the thing is, if we stop comparing ourselves with others, we will achieve that. You know. The other thing is reframe your mindset from competition to inspiration. Instead of why are they ahead of me, ask what can I learn from them? Use other people's success as a mirror, not a measuring stick. Inspiration fuels curiosity, collaboration, and growth. Competition only breeds resentment and isolation because you separate from them instead of joining them and learning from them and becoming as strong as they could be. Practical outtake, guys. Here it is. Encourage, I encourage you guys to take a 7-day comparison detox. No social media scrolling, no peeking at others' stats or timelines. Just focus on yourself. And then ask yourself at the end of the week, how did I feel? What did you notice? You know? Because the thing is this, you know, that's what Facebook, Instagram and all of these apps are. You're looking at them and people are sharing their stories and their joys and their happiness and all that. Uh, you know, their filters and all of that stuff. And you're looking at that and you think, man, I wish I was her. Man, I wish I was him. Man, I wish I had money to buy the car that guy bought. Man, I wish I had the kids like those kids. You know, you're in competition with a story on the timeline. You want better kids? Hey, discipline your kids. Teach them. Love them. You know, you want to buy a house? Hey, do the work. Save money. You know, you got to do what it takes to get to your goal. But you cannot say, all right, you can't be jealous. You can't be, wishing that you can achieve what others have achieved when you yourself are not trying. So the only way you're going to do that is not to compete with them, but to compete to yourself, compete with yourself so that you can achieve the things you want to achieve. Maybe buying a car is not even in your plans, and maybe it's not even something you do because you got a nice car already. But maybe you should focus on something you really want, you know? Focus on something you really want, and you will be able to acquire that, you know? So here we go. What else can we do? So let me show you some more pictures here. All right. So here we go. Let me go through this one. Again, I already showed you this, but I'm going to show you another one. And here we go. The point is for you guys to learn this. You are you are your only competition. You are your only competition, guys. Does that make sense? You are your only competition. All right. Here, let me show you. That we started with that one. All right. We showed you this one. Compete with yourself to reveal your best self. Compete with yourself to reveal your best self. How's that for a line? You are your competition. You. No one else is competing against you. Look in the mirror, that's your competition. In the morning when you get up and you're brushing your teeth and you're combing your hair, look in the mirror. That's your competition. Not anybody else you talk to, not anybody else you meet, not your coworkers, not your people, people at work, people you see, friends, neighbors. No one is your competition. You are your own competition, guys. And so your only competition is you. And when you realize that, guys, when you realize that, you're going to gain the victory. You're going to gain the victory, you know, victory is going to come. You're going to feel that, yes, I've got it. I have achieved it. Yeah, I'm strong. I did it. Does that make sense? You're going to be able to achieve all that, guys. But remember, your only competition is you. If you don't get there, uh, you know, you'll never go here. So to end this, I needed to end it a little short here, but let's end with some real talk here, guys. Are you chasing somebody else's version of success or writing your own definition? When you look in the mirror, do you see your greatest enemy or your greatest ally? Is the person in the mirror your best friend or somebody you hate? What would happen if starting today, guys, you became fully committed to becoming just 1% better than yesterday? 1% better every day. How would you become if you stop comparing? Who would you become if you stop comparing yourself to others and start comparing only with the person you were yesterday? Compare yourself only with the person you were yesterday and compete only with yourself and achieve more. Achieve greatness, guys. Your only competition is you, guys. So I challenge you tonight, take that seriously. Make it personal and take the first step towards the next personal victory. Because, guys, I believe in you. You guys are awesome. When we stop the envy, when we stop the whatever we feel about somebody else's success, and we focus on me being better every single day, we're going to achieve all our dreams. We're going to achieve success. We're going to achieve our goals. We're going to achieve the things that we want in life, whatever they may be. A new job, a better uh, better home. Maybe you want a new car, uh, better relationship, you know, successful business. Maybe I want to open up a business. Uh, Whatever it is, you can achieve it. Does that make sense? Whatever it is, you can achieve it. Some of you out there, quite frankly, should look into maybe writing a life story about your life. There's people, I mean, your life would inspire others. So start writing. Writing frees us. Adriana, my wonderful co-host from Argentina, she would tell you that writing is like therapy. It allows you to really go into yourself and really pour out. It makes you stronger, you know. We used to have that in the form of diaries, you know, journals. Challenge yourself with that. Give yourself, you know, what is it called? Uh, Talk to yourself. Write to yourself. But stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing yourself to others. You are your own competition, and only you will get you to the next level. Only you will get you to the championships. Only you will get you to success. Only you will get you to become a successful business. Only you will get you to open up your business. Only you will get you to have that relationship you want. Only you will get you to your goals, your dreams, whatever your mission is. You don't compare. Stop comparing yourself to other people. It's not going to get you nowhere. It'll only make you bitter. It'll make you sad. And in the end, you're still in the same place because you don't grow. When we compare ourselves to others, we just don't grow. We stay stagnant. We stay stuck in the mud there, you know? So, guys, I challenge you to do that. That makes sense? So, muchas guys, muchas buenas noches. Thank you guys for joining me. Those of you that came in and those that are going to see this little show on the next hour or so or tomorrow. I wish you the best. Happy Memorial Day coming up. Saludos to everybody. Adriana, Amy Munoz, gracias por estar aquí from Mexico City. Berta, Lupita that was here, and of course Clarissa, number one fan here. And see you soon. Love you. Yes, yes. I miss you. So uh yeah, I challenged Adriana to write a story, write a new book, and I even gave her the title, When the Angel Goes Home, or When the Angel's Gone. I don't know. I wrote it. We text on that. Pero you're awesome, Adriana. Este uh Have a good one, guys. The weekend's coming up, so get ready for it. It's going to be a wonderful weekend. I know some of you are going to have a couple of days off, or maybe a 1 day off or something because of the holiday. So use it wisely. If you're going to drive out of town, but be careful and all of that. Guys, again, take care. Have a good one. And los vemos después. So, guys, take care. Adios.